Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Belay, and this is another video of mine. In this video, I'll be discussing Jadon Sancho. How will he fit at Chelsea? Can we financially afford him? Man, is Chelsea an attractive enough club for Jadon Sancho? I'm going to be getting into all the detail. But before I do that, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not here. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I upload. And comment down below your thoughts and opinions on Jadon Sancho. Do you think he'll fit at Chelsea? Do you think he'll sign next summer? And yeah, how do you see him as a player? Have you watched him? Do you enjoy playing him? And yeah, there's many positives and negatives to be covering. You know, financially, the top clubs are also interested in him. Is Chelsea an attractive enough proposition for him? That elite European project, his statistics, the positives and negatives with this signing, and his background, how he became this superstar, this elite potential superstar, and why this guy's going to go to the very top. But without further ado, let's get straight into it now. Starting off, obviously, we know Jadon Sancho, 19 years of age, plays for Borussia Dortmund, and he's been fantastic, an England sensation. And basically want to, start off with a background, how he even started. In 2017, Jadon Sancho joined Borussia Dortmund and left Manchester City to make his mark. Jadon had reasonings behind this, making an inspiration to younger players and for his own benefit to become a world-known prospect. It was a truly bizarre move at the time, I must admit. No one really heard of him, no one really knew who he was. And he'd gone to he'd gone to Borussia Dortmund for a fee of £8 million. So very cheap at the time. It was a tricky start for Jadon, playing a total of 9 games for Dortmund, but not in the first team. Lucien Favre, who was the Dortmund manager, knew his potential all along, but wanted to ease him into the hard-built league of Bundesliga. Jadon Sancho kept on working until he was comfortable to play in a senior squad. It didn't take him long as he impressed in every game, resilient to losing the ball, commanding the ball, taking players on without fear. It was remarkable for a 19-year-old to be producing this magic. And after his hard work, Jadon Sancho got his first team start. He started almost every game for the rest of the season in the 2017-18 season, and had a huge, eager audience in every game, playing 12 games and contributed 5 goals. It was his silky skills and immaculate passing that intrigued everyone. He then flourished for the remainder of the season. The end of the season was nearing, and Jadon needed to put in a few more good performances so he had enough fuel to be talking about him for them to start the next season, and of course he did just that. And this is where he really kick-started. Last season was a phenomenal season for him. In the 2018-19 season, which was only last season, when it got underway, game by game he was establishing himself as a regular first-team player, explosive winger that no one could stop, was truly becoming a world elite talent, gaining interest from big clubs. However, Jadon Sancho at Dortmund was resilient to let the young prospect leave. Jadon's Dortmund's Champions League start was astonishing, finishing top of the group, which included the likes of Atletico Madrid and Monaco, and this was his chance to perform in the big stage. Whilst still performing well, they found out they drew Tottenham in the next round. Jadon was so impressive for the first few months. In October, he was called up for preparation for the UEFA Nations League fixtures against Croatia and Spain, and he debuted against Croatia, and he was fantastic for them, got his first England call-up. He was an inspiration for many, and then to be proving to be one of the best talents in the world. Jadon Sancho, by the time it was February this year of 2019, he had 23 goal contributions that season, a truly remarkable player with a very, very bright future. And as his full complete stats of last season in the Bundesliga, he played 34 matches, scored 12 goals and got 14 assists, a combined of 26 goals and assists in 34 matches. And so far this season, in the 2019-20 season, played 7 matches so far, 3 goals and 5 assists, so he has 8 goals and assists in 7 games, which is a truly remarkable statistic, especially for a guy of only 19 years of age. He has so much potential, so elite for his age, and for me, he'd be fantastic. Now that's his background information, how he's now well known, how he's elite at this stage. But the next thing I want to talk about is, can we financially afford him? Now at the moment there isn't any, we don't know the exact value of his his price tag, etc. Now I will speak to my source about this. He said that their negotiations haven't gone the way. Chelsea are interested in the player, they do like the player a lot, and he is on our shortlist, and that we will begin negotiations soon. Now I can't reveal too much, but there's nothing really concrete at the moment, but we are interested, and we will be making a bid, whether it's in the January window, which is unlikely, or in the summer window, which is more realistic, when we have a larger budget. Financially we can. I mentioned this in the name of our video. The Hazard money, the Morata money, all the commercial and sponsorship deals, the Champions League money that we never spent, the Champions League money that we could potentially get by getting in top 4 this season, and even potentially more further sales of potentially Willian, Pedro Alonso next summer as well. So we have plenty of deals, plus all the wages that was freed up by Gary Cahill, Cesc Fabregas, Eden Hazard, etc. These players, the wages were already freed up. So we have the financial now, the financial capability, the infrastructure to be able to pull this deal off. Now, it's only a matter of what he will cost. Now, wages is not a big issue. He's not on that high wage at Dortmund anyway. He won't be astronomical wages at Chelsea if we do end up signing him. The issue is going to be the price tag and negotiating with Dortmund. Now, luckily, our relationship with Dortmund is very good already. We know the Pulisic deal. We signed him in January, we lend him on loan back, and then he came after. Negotiation went smoothly. Plus, also Batshuayi when he went on loan a couple of years ago. So the relationship between the two clubs and directors, between both directors, are fairly good. So for me, I think that, that isn't going to be an issue. It's just the price tag. It's whether Chelsea will be willing to pay the price that the Dortmund want for Jadon Sancho. Now, from my guess, from my understanding, it will be between 100 and 120 million. Now, I did hear that Chelsea aren't willing to pay all the money in one go. Basically, they are going to do it in installments, or they're going to be including a player in this deal. Potentially Batshuayi. I'm not sure as of this state right now who the player is, but if this deal ever did materialise or did ever go through, it looks like there would be a player involved for this deal to go through. So maybe you could be looking at maybe 70 million, 75, maybe even 80 million plus a Michy Batshuayi. He's already been at Dortmund. He's played really, really well. He had a fantastic loan spell at Dortmund. He's already used to the style of football. So it would make a lot of sense regarding that. So I think that when it comes to financially, we can easily pull this off. Now the next part is the clubs. Is Chelsea a big enough attraction to pull Jadon Sancho? And the answer is, let's evaluate it. But the simple answer right now is, for me, in my opinion, yes. Look at a lot of clubs attracted. Obviously, you've got the main options, Barcelona, Real Madrid. He's already English. He's English, he's a Chelsea fan, he would want to return to the Premier League. He's already been to Dortmund, so he's already gone away from England, so he's comfortable. He's already gone to a foreign country, etc. Does he want to go to Barcelona and Real Madrid? And the other question is, will he even get into those teams at this minute? Yes, he will be elite, he's an elite talent, he will be world class, but is he getting the Madrid team with Eden Hazard, Vinicius Jr. and Gareth Bale? At the moment, no. Will he be getting to Barcelona with Ousmane Dembele, Lionel Messi, and of course Griezmann and Suarez? No. So that is kind of out the cards. You then look at Bayern Munich. There's no way that Dortmund will be selling to a direct rival in Bayern Munich. They've already got Serge Gnabry. It looks like they will be signing Leroy Sané next summer as well, because that could materialise. So there's these type of players as well. You then look at PSG. They've got Neymar, Mbappe, Cavani, Icardi, etc. So again, he wouldn't be getting to those teams, so it wouldn't make sense. So his only realistic option would be returning to the Premier League. And now let's evaluate the 6 teams: Manchester City and Liverpool. Those are 2 big boys, the behemoths of the Premier League. Manchester City, would he go back to Manchester City? I don't think so. They've already got top players: Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, who's struggling to get a team, Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané, Bernardo Silva, Sergio Aguero. So I think that it wouldn't make sense for him to go back there. They let him go, they released him. So it's clear to me that, Manchester City didn't treat him well at the time, and he won't be getting to a team at this moment in time because they've got a lot of players. Pep Guardiola has a certain, style that he wants to play, and it wouldn't make sense for him to return there. Now let's look at Liverpool again. Do you want to disrupt that trio of Mane, Salah, Firmino? Will he even get into the team in the first place? Yes, he will. He's only 19 years of age. He will be world class, but really want to be waiting. He could potentially disrupt that trio as well. So again, it wouldn't make sense. I can't see Liverpool playing that type of money. So then it leaves 4 clubs: Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham. Arsenal, they can't financially afford him. They haven't got the budget or the funds, so let's rule them out completely. Tottenham, again, they haven't got the financial funds and they're in turmoil. They've got players that want to leave. Pochettino might be leaving next summer. There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding Tottenham right now, so I doubt they'd be moving to Tottenham. So it leaves between Chelsea and Manchester United. Now with Manchester United, you'd be stupid to go to Manchester United. No Champions League football for next season. It's not a good project there. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be leaving soon. A lot of top players leaving. Pogba will be leaving next summer. The only reason why he goes to Manchester United is for financial reasons, for the big paycheck. That's literally the only reason why. But for Chelsea, he's a Chelsea fan. He's best mates with Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi especially, and Tammy Abraham. He was a Chelsea fan by what he says in interviews. He grew up as a Chelsea fan. He loves Chelsea, and we're one of the biggest European elite projects. Now when we go up to a player, we are an attractive proposition because we've been doing so well this season. The youth, integrating youth, giving the youth a chance. Moving forward, we're going to be able to spend next season. So we will be securing Champions League football. Chelsea, a top club, an elite club that's returning, that's back up on the rise. It looks like that, we are an attractive proposition, and often the Jadon Sancho would find attractive. He's a Chelsea fan. He's best mates with Hudson-Odoi, and he would suit the way we play under Lampard. Cutting in, acting as an inverted winger. It's fantastic. His pace, agility, getting in behind that defence. lethal. Imagine having Sancho and Hudson-Odoi on those wings. Lethal. I would love Sancho at Chelsea. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Would you love Sancho at Chelsea? Would he fit at Chelsea? And do you agree with me on the points that I mentioned about Sancho? If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if I'm on here. Make sure you hit the notification so you're notified for every time I upload. And I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.